I still have a lot of work that needs to be done.
Saw X is easily the best sequel in the series. It rivals the first film in the series all the way back in 2004, which is funny because this one is a sequel to that first movie. It's the 10th movie in the franchise, but it's set between Saw 1 and Saw 2, and it is an utter delight to watch. So let's get in with the review, but first, we have a giveaway that we're going to announce at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around until then for something that's Saw related that's pretty cool that you can win at the end of this video. The Saw franchise has a bit of a rocky history when it comes to sequels and stuff like that, whereas Saw X really takes the film back to basics. Tobin Bell is back as John Kramer, Jigsaw. Shawnee Smith is back as Amanda, his accomplice. And there's a new cast of characters here, and this film really plays off like a tale of two halves almost. It's got those two halves to it where you have the first half where it's John Kramer, and he's going through his life, and he has terminal cancer, he's stage 4 cancer, he has months to live, and he finds a miracle cure waiting for him in Mexico from one of his friends from the cancer support group he was in. That leads him to getting the treatment and all of that. It's a surgery and a drug cocktail, and everything is rosy and bright and beautiful. The shots in this section of the movie are absolutely stunning. They are bright, vibrant, beautiful, basically everything that's the opposite of the Saw franchise. That all gets, taken away when John Kramer realizes, oh, hey, these people were full of crap. They sold me a bill of goods. And he realizes that he had been scammed by this group, this medical group, and it's actually a bunch of people that have been hired that are con men. So from there, the movie flips, and it flips on a dime. As soon as you get to that point in the movie, he's going back to where he received the treatment to give a gift to somebody. He's being a good Samaritan, he's being a good guy, he's being a nice guy, he's going to go give them a gift, and he figures out that they lied to him. They took hundreds of thousands of dollars from him, and he sets off to get his revenge or to right this wrong. That is the crux of Saw X, and it really works on that axis. It works so damn well where you know going into it, I know going into it, John Kramer is not a good guy. John Kramer is not a good guy. He is a villain. He is a killer. He's a serial murderer. He's killed tons of people throughout this series. He's led other people to kill tons of people throughout this series. So what do you get in this movie? You get him as a hero. Yes, that's true, folks. John Kramer is the hero of Saw X. The villain in this movie is so despicable, so hateful, so hated that a serial murderer is the hero. You are rooting for this person to get tortured, to get killed, to get mutilated because they're that horrible. And as the film goes on, they get more and more horrible. But the performances here, Tobin Bell is fantastic. This is a human expose of John Kramer. You get a lot to see into his psyche, into his personality, into who he is, into just everything about the man behind Jigsaw. You get a bit to work on with Amanda as well. She is more of a human character here. She has more edges. She has more shapes, and she's not as, perfect to fit into the puzzle piece of the plot. The villain, Cecilia Peterson, she's a villain. She doesn't get a whole lot of, human emotion stuff to work with, but she does a great job. She is terrible. She is horrible as a person, and you want to see her get mutilated and tortured. The rest of the people that get locked up and snapped up into this, they don't get a lot to work with as a human element, but they get a lot to work with in their reactions to everybody else getting murdered. And I know, what are we here for? What are you here for? What are you here for watching this movie? You're not here to see me talk about the human emotion of it. You're here to see the traps. That is what Saw is all about. You're here to see the traps. There's the eyeball trap that we've all seen, that we got to see at Midsummer Scream. None of the traps in this movie really get to that point of the reverse bear trap or the needle pit, which are two of the favorites among favorites of the Saw franchise. But as a baseline, they're all excellent. They're all good and squirmy, and you're watching it and you're going, oh, Jesus Christ. You can feel your muscles tense up. If there's something involving a leg, you can feel your leg tense up. You can feel and say, that would really hurt if I had to go through that. If it's the eyeball trap, you're going, oh my, if you haven't seen it, don't look at it before you see the movie, but there's a trailer that shows it off. You can just feel the pain and suffering that the person is going through, and that's what you can get throughout Saw X. You feel the pain and suffering of the characters. You feel the pain and suffering of John Kramer. You feel the pain and suffering of the people that put him through that pain and suffering. That, as a whole, makes Saw X miles better than any of the other Saw sequels. The other Saw sequels, they're fine, they're fun movies, they're built around the traps. This one, the traps are there, but it's not built around them. It's built around John Kramer as a character, and you really get so much to work with from Tobin Bell here, so much to work with from Shawnee Smith, and it is so damn satisfying. It is the most satisfying movie in the series. It is just, you sit there and you're hoping and you're going, oh, please, God, let these people get the just desserts that they deserve, and you're going, I want to see it so bad. The way that Kevin Greutert and the crew and the writers here fit that in there and made it so that you want to see this. You want to see this from a serial killer. Folks, he makes a serial killer into a hero. That's how good Tobin Bell is. That's how good this movie is. That you forget about that and you just go, I want to see this. I want to see this guy do what he needs to do. Outside of that, it's a beautifully shot movie. The score is very minimalistic. There's not a whole lot there because you're focusing more on the traps, on the kills, on the violence. And Saw X, through it all, just ends up as one of the best movies in the series. It really does. It's a satisfying sequel that sets itself in the past. And Saw as a series also, I just want to get a quick aside on this. They don't do anything to make it seem like Tobin Bell and Shawnee Smith are supposed to be in 2005. They don't care. You as an audience shouldn't care. Why do we don't want to see de-aged, horrifying Luke Skywalkers. We want to just see the actors in the roles. If you're not going to recast them, just put the same actor in the role. I'm sorry. It just works here, and you forget that you're watching a prequel. Really, that's how good this is, and you forget that it's a prequel to Saw, the whole Saw series, basically from 2 to 9. And you forget about a lot of the other stuff in the series, too. You forget about the just kind of madness of a lot of the later movies. For fans of the series, there are Easter eggs. There's a post-credits scene, so make sure to stick around for that. And it's just a satisfying film for the fans in the series. That's all I can say. That's my review. Saw X is fantastic. And now, if you'd like to win this beautiful Saw t-shirt from Midsummer Scream, it has basically what amounts to tour dates for the Saw franchise on the back here. If you'd like to win this, leave a comment below that says, what is your favorite Saw movie or what is your favorite trap? I don't really care. We'll pick a winner. Make sure you subscribe as well. You're going to have to send me proof that you subscribed, but make sure you subscribe and leave a comment, and you will be able to win this beautiful Saw t-shirt. Is a large, so look out for that. But other than that, if you like this movie review and you want to see more of my movie reviews, I've been on fire this year. Check out this playlist right here, and you can see all of my movie reviews since I started on YouTube.